Hello my beautiful friends, it's Amanda here, and today we're going to talk about the new matte Lux lipsticks from ColourPop. I have been a huge fan of the original Lux lipsticks from ColourPop since they released. I've purchased several different shades, so when I saw they were coming out with a matte version, I was super excited. I ordered 9 shades, so I am going to do some lip swatches of all 9 shades that I ordered. Plus, I'm going to do some side-by-side color comparisons with other ColourPop lip products. But first, let me give you just a little bit of product info. The matte Lux lipsticks are retail priced at $7 a piece, and they are packaged exactly like the original Lux lipsticks, which do have a satin finish. The cardboard outer carton as well as the bullet itself are exactly like the original Lux lipsticks, with rose gold details and little star prints on the outside as well as on the bullet of lipstick itself. The matte lipsticks came out with 14 shades. I do expect that they'll add new shades as time goes on, but for now there are 14 shades. The 5 that I chose not to purchase are the more crazy colors. They do have a bright minty green, a lavender, as well as a bright orange, and a couple other shades that I knew I just wasn't really interested in and probably wouldn't enjoy wearing. When I ordered these, they were buy 2 get 1 free. That's why I went with 9. So let's jump into the lip swatches. I'm going to show you how all of these shades look on my face. I'm also going to show you some swatches on my arm to compare these matte Lux lipstick shades to other ColourPop lipsticks that I have in my collection. That way you'll get a better feel for what the shade actually looks like. And if you already have one of these other lipstick shades, then you can tell what you're interested in and what might work best for you. First up, we have the shade Third Eye, and you can see how smooth and how opaque these apply just from the arm swatches. This one is a medium pinky beige. I think it looks more pink in swatch and more beige on the lips. This one's called Name Drop. ColourPop describes it as a warm baby pink. And again, I think this one looks peachier swatched on my arm and then more of a pale pink once it's applied to my lips. Here we have the shade called Paparazzi. The ColourPop website describes this one as a warm rose, but I definitely think this is more of a bright coral. This is a beautiful summer shade. It's going to look great on a lot of different skin tones. This one's called Big Break. It's a true blue-based pink, and on the ColourPop website, this looks really similar in swatch to the shade Name Drop, but you can see here it's quite a bit darker than Name Drop in person. I just wanted to show you all 4 shades here swatched together so you can get a good idea of what they look like. For the next round of swatches, we have the shade called Little League. This is a cool toned mauve. It definitely pulls a little bit more rosy on me, but overall I think this is going to be another one that looks really great on a lot of people. This beautiful toasty terracotta shade is called Money Moves. I see this one being a crowd favorite, and I actually imagine this being a perfect autumn shade. I know I'm going to be rocking this one with some orange eyeshadow in the fall. Speaking of orange, we have this shade called Mind Trick. The ColourPop website calls this a brick red. I don't see any red here. This is definitely a deep, toasty orange in my opinion. Maybe it looks red on you. I don't know. Leave a comment. Let me know. This is my most daring shade purchased from the Matte Lux line. It's called Maxed Out, and it is a bright fuchsia. While this won't be an everyday go-to shade for me, I do think it's really flattering, and I think it would look flattering on a lot of different skin tones. Lastly, we have this bright blue-based red called High Striker. This one is so gorgeous. I love the way it looks. It has a bit of a pinkish tint to it because it's that blue base, and I just really, really like the way this one looks. And here's the last round of swatches all together. Look at that pigmentation and that opacity. It's really impressive. Now that you've seen all the shades swatched on my lips, I want to show you some arm swatches where I compare these matte Luxe lipstick shades to other ColourPop lipsticks that I have in my collection. I really want to stress that I am not dupe hunting here. I'm just showing you these comparisons so that you can get a better idea of what these colors truly look like in person. It's really difficult to tell from swatches online. If you see that one of these matte Luxe lipstick shades is comparable to one of your favorites and you want to try this formula out, that's a good place for you to start. Here are some comparisons for the matte Luxe lipstick in Third Eye. Tiptoe and Layover are both Luxe lipsticks from the original release, and Parker is a Lippy Sticks. Now we're taking a look at Name Drop. Uno Mas is a Luxe lipstick, but both Hype Girl and Frida are discontinued Lippy Sticks, so if you find yourself missing those shades, then Name Drop could be a good stand-in. Taking a look at some pretty pinky coral shades in comparison with Paparazzi. Be Okay is an ultra satin, Donut is an ultra matte, and On a Stick is a blotted lip. Big Break looks like the perfect mixture of Still Crazy, which is a Luxe lipstick, and Contempo, which is a Lippy Sticks. And the shade Cami is a bit darker but still in the same family, and that one's also a Lippy Sticks. Here are some perfect warm nudes. The shade Little League is the matte Luxe lipstick. Come On Sis is from the Shayla Luxe lipstick collection. And Brink and Gold Digger are both Lippy Sticks. I had a surprisingly hard time coming up with comparisons for money moves. I think Gallop is probably the closest. That's a Luxe lipstick. Only You is a discontinued Lippy Sticks, and then Brink we just saw in the last round of comparisons. Here we have Mind Trick and some of my orangey lip colors. I really don't do a lot of orange, so these aren't really the best comparisons, but you can get a good feel for Mind Trick compared to these other shades of orange. Now switching gears for some bright pinks. Maxed Out is definitely the brightest of the bright. I Heart This and Poppin' are Lippy Sticks, and the Rabbit is an ultra satin, but I just love that one, so I had to throw it in here. Last up is the red shade High Striker, compared here with my two favorite red Lippy Sticks, Trust Me and Bossy. I also threw in the shade Mirror, which is a dark raspberry type of red, just so you can see the pink tones there. Overall, I'd say I like these, but I do still prefer the original Luxe lipsticks with the satin finish. They're just a little bit more forgiving on my lips. These matte lipsticks tend to accentuate the little wrinkles and lines in my lips more, and I really need to do a good lip scrub and put on a little pre-lip balm to keep my lips from looking like they have flaky patches on them. That's nothing that's abnormal for matte lipsticks, especially because I have dry skin. I do have to do a little bit more prep before I wear anything matte. So it's not completely out of the norm. It's just why I tend to prefer the satin finishes a little bit more. These matte Luxe lipsticks do have a great wear time. They're not completely transfer proof. As you go throughout your day, eating, drinking, things like that, these will start to wear off. However, I find that I get several hours of wear before I need to reapply, and I haven't had any issues with them smearing around my lips or transferring onto other parts of my face. This is particularly important with the brighter and deeper shades, so I am happy to see that. As for my favorite shades, probably no surprise here, I really like a lot of the nudes. Definitely my favorite overall is the one I've been wearing throughout the talking portions of this video. It's this pale pinky brown shade called Third Eye. I really liked both of the mid-tone nudes. This one that's more of a pinky mauve shade called Little League, and this one with a slightly warmer, almost orangey undertone is called Money Moves. This one really reminds me of one of my all-time favorite lipsticks, which is Smoked Almond from MAC. Are they the most exciting shades in the world? Probably not. Are they the ones I'm gonna wear the most? Definitely. I also really like this red shade called High Striker. It's a little bit bright, but it still feels like a very classic red. This is an attention-grabbing shade and it has that blue base, so I feel like it makes my teeth and my skin look really, really great. When I'm gonna go for a red lipstick, I always wanna go for a matte because I don't want any of that smearing around the lips. So High Striker is definitely hitting all the bases there. I hope that you found these swatches and comparisons helpful when you're filling up your shopping cart. As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts on these new lipsticks. Let us know what your favorite shades are and what you think about a matte luxe formula. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Ironically, my tube of this one called Big Break came broken. Like the top is broken off, you can tell, but it actually was completely separated out of the tube too. I'm not gonna break it further to show you, but I wonder if everybody's Big Break comes broken. And that's just like part of the joke. Hopefully not. I'm sure not. It doesn't bother me. I don't get mad when stuff comes broken very often. Sometimes, but whatever, I can still wear it. Ooh, bright. Who knows? Who knows what I'm talking about? Look. Hate this. Hate it when I can't talk. What? Ugh. Girl, you basic. You like all them medium nudes? You so basic. Let's do a Coke Zero test. This is very important in my world. Look at that. Look at that. That's how you know. And my lips still look good. Quit messing around. We got stuff to do.